Now, before we start, Aluxers, we need to find a definition for poor, and while there are many standards used to define this, we're going to make a few assumptions. 1. If you're watching this video, you have access to internet and some form of device that you can get online with. Also, you at least have most of your basic needs met, although that doesn't mean it's not a stretch at the end of the month. Basically, if you compare it to the definition of wealthy, that means your survival isn't linked to a monthly salary or at least have a year's salary saved, then the definition of poor in this sense would be someone completely dependent on the next paycheck to survive. In other words, we're not talking about someone in dangerous poverty. With that said, let's look at how to get swimming in moolah, raking in the dough, stashing the cash, and rolling in it. Welcome to Alux.com. The place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Number 1. List what you have. We all have skills and knowledge. That's our number 1 asset. The second is time and energy. Make a list of the assets you have. Then there are lists of opportunities that you can take advantage of. Look at what business structures are the most tax effective. What skills do you have that mean you won't have to outsource certain services like bookkeeping? What trends can you see? Is there a trend you can take advantage of? Knowing what you have will help you make a move toward new business success. Number 2. Use other people's money. We don't mean borrowing from your mom, we mean loans or money available to small businesses where you live. Most countries have some kind of small business fund or incentive to encourage people to start businesses. Check out the opportunities available where you live. Sometimes you can get a grant or a loan that you won't have to pay back if you stay in business. Alternatively, if you have a strong business plan, you can access a loan from a bank. If, for example, you want to get into property, your business plan would show a need for accommodation, the average rental in the area, and how that would cover your loan. You can also source capital through crowdfunding. There are many websites that allow you to share your idea with the world, and those that share your vision can invest in kindness or for some kind of incentive. This needs a lot of social leverage to work, but more on that later. Number 3. Know your business models. How many businesses do you really know? We don't mean industries, we mean the way business works, like a retail store business model, a dropshipping business model, or a restaurant business model. The more established business frameworks that you know and understand, the more your mind can invent new problems to solve or ways to solve existing problems. That is essentially what a business is. Following a business model gives you a good understanding of what you need to make a small business in that same field into a success. Number 4. List what you need. On top of knowing what you have at your advantage and what you have to offer people, you need to find out what you need to make your business plan a reality. Maybe you need a business plan before you can get a loan, or you need an e-commerce website before you can start marketing. List these things in order of priority. What do you need to have to move on to the next step of your business development? Number 5. Exchange what you have for what you need. If you want to start a business, that generally means you have something to trade. Use this to get services you need, as well as your first happy customers. If you're starting a pet sitting business, then offer your services to a local printer in exchange for the business cards you need to print. If you need a website built for your car repair shop, offer a web designer an auto tune-up for a great business website. You always have time and skills to exchange for goods and services, so you don't always need cash to move your business forward. Number 6. Only invest what you can afford to lose. There's no point in gambling with your family's future. Don't spend your children's college fund or your house savings, or quit your job if it will leave you and your family destitute. Making money moves isn't just about jumping without looking, it's about taking calculated risks. Be sure that you've done your homework. Number 7. Leverage your network. Networking is essential in business. You can't have one without the other. Here at Alux, we're true believers in the area of great networking skills and the power of leveraging your network. If you're new to the channel or need to hone your skills, check out our video, Why Networking is So Important. Number 8. Start with nothing, but start selling anyway. You don't need a car to have the largest taxi network in the world. Just ask Uber. You don't need a hotel to be the largest accommodation giant in the world. Look at Airbnb. You don't need a single product to open an e-commerce platform. Forget warehouses, forget transport trucks. You don't need packaging or even your own support staff. All you need is a supplier. Find a product you believe there's a market for and that you can sell. Then build a website and spend some money on advertising or leverage your network to get some free advertising. And if you work hard enough, the sales will come in. Then once the sales do come in, you make your order and the supplier ships directly to your customer. Shopify is a powerful e-commerce platform that supports over 1 million independent businesses. Find out some more about them by going to Alux.com/sell and open up your own shop today. Number 9. Sell services. You don't have to sell products if that seems daunting. You could sell your skills. Selling a skill is trading your time and skills for money, and it usually doesn't require a lot of startup capital if you start small. Of course, you can't use the sell now, make later model we mentioned above because you need to know that you can deliver the service before you promise it. Example, don't offer to do someone's bookkeeping unless you have the skills already. At the end of the day, in business, you're only as good as your last review. Number 10. Don't buy, rent. In the spirit of Uber and Airbnb's business model, there's no need to own every piece of equipment you need to start your business dreams. If you want to start a video production company, you can rent the required cameras and gear as you need it. This way, you're free from the monthly insurance costs. You don't need to take a loan and pay interest, and you don't need to pay for the maintenance and upkeep. This goes for every industry from building construction to tour operating. You can even rent restaurant-quality kitchens hourly to provide food using an app like Uber Eats. This method reduces your startup costs and minimizes your risk. This way, if it doesn't work or your initial plan needs tweaking, you won't be left with a whole lot of irrelevant equipment. Number 11. Don't fall for a con. If it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. Maybe you've seen the ads before. Make money from your living room. Or if you're hired to be your own boss, it's probably not a legit business. The bottom line is business is hard work, and it takes some form of novelty and the right timing. You either have to sell a product or a service. That's the bottom line. There are millions of people out there hustling hard just like you, so you have to pull out all the stops to make it happen. Just think about it. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Number 12. Sell information. Another type of service industry we haven't mentioned before now is selling information. If you have some great knowledge or a ton of experience, then essentially everyone slightly lower down the knowledge and experience scale could benefit from your help. So why not package that knowledge and sell it? All this takes is writing it down and using any number of online ebook publishers that will help you turn your words into a great instructional package. This could later branch into merchandise and products. Who knows, maybe even a book deal. But for starters, it's a great way to get off the ground with barely any cost. Number 13. Find a gap in the supply chain. Every single supply chain has a waste product, and this is a business opportunity. Think beyond the craft economy. There is plenty of that on Pinterest. This is Alux. We mean business, big business. Perhaps you live in a mining town or near a train station. There's plenty of waste material coming from these industries that can be repurposed for the building industry. Maybe you live near a chicken farm and can turn manure into compost, or near a forestry operation and can turn stripped bark into fire starters. Wherever you live, you'll find that there is a gap in the supply chain that is creating waste, and waste costs companies. Sometimes, just by connecting one business's waste to another business's needs can create a lucrative side business for you, because you might just find they will pay you to take the waste off their hands, so you'll even have some extra cash flow to sow into your new business. Number 14. Experiment and adapt. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are robust businesses. Allow yourself the time to experiment and adapt in the market based on feedback and your experiences. To have a competitive advantage, you need to have the right mindset and be willing to adapt and not become fixated on a single goal or outcome. Rather, be responsible to changes in the business and your market. Part of your competitive advantage as a small startup business is you have the flexibility to respond to your customers' needs and change tactics. Larger businesses take a lot longer to change direction and to take advantage of developments. Number 15. Keep it simple. Don't build system upon system and layer upon layer of business administration. Keep it simple and work on the business offering and getting it to your customer. The more complex you go, the more problematic it becomes. You only need a website and either money for ads or a creative way to go viral on social media. That's it. That's the starting point for most businesses in the 21st century. So Aluxers, that's it for today, but we're curious, what inspired you to start something new? Your experience could inspire another Aluxer, so spread the love. And since you stuck with us until the end, what could that possibly mean? Your bonus, of course. Here it is. Did you know that Skyscanner started in MS Excel? There is nothing glamorous about the origin of Skyscanner. The travel site is available in over 30 languages and is used by 100 million people per month with over 500 employees. But when it started back in 2001, it was just a single Excel spreadsheet and one idea: create a site that compares flight prices for every single commercial airline in the world. 3 friends went about pooling their skills and testing out their ideas until they had a product they realized could be a lucrative business. Never did the co-founders Gareth Williams, Bon Grimes, and Barry Smith imagine it would one day become the multi-million-pound global company it is today. This could be you, Aluxers. Keep chipping away at it. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your thumbs up, and always remember to subscribe for more videos every day.